Praise be to the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues people under me.
Tonight, he makes his professional debut in the ring from Croyden, London, Joshua Buatsi.
Three extraordinary men who have fought their way out of adversity and through the amateur boxing ranks to achieve the elite title of Olympian. They now face their toughest journey to date as they transition to the professional boxing world. They pursue the ultimate dream of fame, success, money, and the right to be called a world champion.
As a coach for over 45 years, I've seen many kids come through the door. The right little rascals, toe rags, who all think that there's something outside special, where that they find they're not so special, and every one of them gets treated the same. Time in the ring. Let's go. Same as left hand only.
He knew he was good because Terry spent a lot of time with him. We drove around the country with Josh, you know, for years with him, taking him to different championships and that. But yeah, he knew he had something there as well.
When we're throwing it, you're laying over as you throw it. Don't do it from here, there. I want you to push it through. Josh was always a big lad. As a boy, you know, a big, well-built lad. Slightly overweight, I mean slightly, but when he first boxed here, he boxed us at 86 kilos, cruiserweight. We gradually worked him to where he needed to be in a very short period of time. Got him to his light heavyweight status, and even though he was only 15, 16 at the time, then he's kept that weight ever since.
I think he had his first bout at 15, and he done really well there. And I said to Terry, Terry, I think we've got something here with this kid. And we just looked at him and we thought, yeah, we can do something with him. And he had that natural ability anyway, you know. His balance was great for a young kid. His balance was really good. And his variety of shots were good. We just had to tweak him up quite a bit just to get his shots right a little bit better.
We went to school just over there, called Spring Park. This was probably one of the first places that I met Josh, where I first got him into boxing. Causing trouble, doing things, not really thinking about it, just having fun, our idea of fun at the time. My dad got me into boxing. I saw how fantastic it is.
So this is South Croyden Victory. Let's highlight the word victory, but this is the gym where everything started off. This is, you know, where I first walked in when I was 15. This is my church when it comes to boxing. This is home, and this is where the foundations were built, and this is where, you know, if I have any problems, I'm gonna come and sort it out. This place is holy ground.
This area is a courts. We call it the courts. It's in the middle of the Shublins estate. We basically spent a lot of time here playing football, basketball, hanging around. This was the meeting spot. I knew there was a day that everyone's meeting around here. So I said, all right, I'm gonna bring all the gloves, head guards and so forth. And we came down here and everyone challenged everyone.
Shane brought a set of boxing gloves to our old estate, and we're all just out in the courts where you kind of play football, basketball. He drives along, opens the boot, he's got a set of boxing gloves, and everyone's trying it on, sparring each other.
And it was just like A versus B, B versus C.
And like people were getting knocked out, do you know what I mean? Because we're kind of doing like a street fight.
Young Buatsi put his gloves on and decided to ask me for a challenge.
But then I noticed that Shane knew how to kind of maneuver himself and move about a bit. So then I asked him, oh, do you do boxing or whatever? And he was like, yeah.
Because obviously he's like the main man in his little circle. And then we went, I think it was a round or two, and then I dropped him and everyone obviously started screaming, and that was the beginning of the boxing career.
I came into the South Northern Victory boxing gym from kickboxing. I had an injury, then I was out for about 2 years. Entered the gym, I thought I was some sort of tough guy because I already knew like combat sports since I said I was doing karate since I was 8 years old. Josh comes in, but he's younger. He was like extremely confident and he was huge compared to the other kids his age. Although it was raw, you could tell he had done something somewhere else. That, like you can tell like a natural talent. What I liked about him is he would ask questions. How come you kept landing that shot? What do I need to do? What would I need to do? And we would speak a lot. And then that's how we sort of got close.
This was my first news article. Brilliant Buatsi blitzes path into national finals. I remember this. So these are a few clips from junior level, and we then went into senior level, the senior ABAs, where in my first year I lost in the semi-finals, 2013, yeah. But the following year I went on to win it, which was these two. That's the finals. Terry in the corner there. One of the most important one is this one. My first national junior ABAs. I was 16 here. It was in Barnsley in Yorkshire. So they had like 40 to 50 fights. And this was my 7th fight. So to do that as a junior, that was really important to me. And the two men that have always been there, Terry Smith and Mark Gillespie.
Josh continues to win senior ABA championships in both 2014 and 2015. In 2016, he makes the GB team and boxes in the European Olympic qualifiers, winning a gold medal and making the Olympic team to box in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio.
This is you receiving medals. You don't look too happy there, maybe because you didn't get a gold.
Getting a bronze one.
You're proud of it, mate. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, no, I am.
Be proud of it, son.
I was like...
Yeah. Floyd and Josh together.
He's an intelligent kid, he speaks well, I mean, and he can box. He can box, so I personally think Josh Buatsi would be world champion. 100%, that's what I believe.
Having signed a promotion deal with Matchroom Boxing, Josh attends his first press conference as a professional boxer.
The announcement today of the professional signing of bronze medalist from Rio, Joshua Buatsi. Everybody in boxing knows about the talent and ability of Joshua Buatsi, and now it's time to show everybody outside of boxing that talent as well. Joshua, welcome to the team. Welcome to Matchroom Boxing and Sky Sports, and I'm going to pass over to you to say a few words.
I got the medal about 9 months ago, but I didn't just disappear. After coming back from Rio, I had to, finish my degree and then get back into the gym. So I've been in the gym for a few months now. My head is clear, I know what I'm doing, I know what's next. This is the right move for me. Right now, everything that I concentrate on is boxing. I wake up, I breathe, everything's boxing. This morning before coming here, I could have just got up, put on the nice suit. I said, nope, I've got to go running first, then I come here. After here, I'm gonna go to the gym. So everything for me is boxing.
Thanks all for turning up again, and welcome Joshua Buatsi to the professional ranks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The pride is just too much. It's like just to see someone where you've seen them from the beginning and they're just achieving everything that they wanted to achieve. It's just nice to see. So I'm gonna have to just move away from him for a little while so my emotions doesn't cloud his vision and then how he sees the fight going. It's gonna be good.
I know he's made the right decision, and I think they're gonna take him all the way to the top. So yeah, I'm really happy for him as well.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll go probably, it's like my little brother, I'll probably cry just warming up.
They're all chasing a dream. They're all chasing a dream of having that belt, that first belt around their waist. Whether it's an area title, an amateur title, an Olympic title, they're all stepping stones on the way to wanting to be called a world champion.
Just throw your jab. I didn't tell you to throw anything different. Settle down. Okay? Settle down. Listen to what I say. Do what I say. Okay? Go, left jab's got it. Drop and move. I want their feet working in there. Drop and move. In terms of fighting, then that goes out the window when you're just standing toe to toe, giving shots to take shots and taking shots. That's, as I said, anybody can fight. Some are better at it than others. Come on, ignore them. Just get on with what you're doing. If you're asking me where's Josh going in his professional career, if Josh tries to fight, then he'll not be a world title contender. But if he sticks with his boxing, Josh can go all the way and be world champion.
I remember sitting in my dad's lounge. I was on a Sunday, I think, watching the Olympics, and we watched Buatsi, and he said to me, "You have to sign this kid. He is special, and as a pro, he is going to take some beating." He reminds me a lot of Anthony Joshua. Very calculated, very regimental, intelligent, likes to absorb information and knowledge, likes to be sure about things before he takes the leap and makes his decision, but very clinical. Yeah, a very, very special fighter.
You're still staying there, Josh. Look, you're throwing 1-2, and you're still here. So what's the situation?
I'm still within
range, you're going to take the counter shots. Let's go with it. They're nice. Bop and move. Let's go with it.
What I've been doing and what I'm doing now is just, it's really, really simple, and it just boils down to one thing: just spending more time in the gym. That's all it is.
Listen, toes towards me very slightly. Okay. Now feel that little toe in contact with the ground. Yeah? You feeling it?
Usually I'd go in the gym and be out, but now I'm in the gym for longer. When I go out to run, it's for longer. Everything is just for longer, yeah? So now on weekends, it's literally chill time. Like, just sit back and lay back, because I know when Monday comes, I'm back to doing these long things that I might not like doing, so, yeah.
It's better, I feel it. Just turn the hip more.
On the GB squad, all you have to do is train and worry about how you perform and how you box. You know, you're funded, but you're on funding, you're looked after, you have all your training facilities there for you, you have a sort of staff of GB coaches and physiotherapists, a doctor, a psychologist, everything you need, it's all there. As a pro, it's completely different. You're not just a member of the squad, you're the boss, and you are your own business. And you've got to tackle the business side of professional boxing, which is a minefield, so you've got to find the right promoter, the right trainer, you know, the right TV platform for you. All these kind of things you've got to learn about for the first time, you know, and it's difficult. And the stakes will feel very high because there's so much to be gained.
I've got to make these decisions, but ultimately I've got to perform. So, it boils down to that, really, performing and having a good team behind me.
The only thing that changes, instead of 3-3s, he'd be doing 6-3. But he'd be ready to do 6-3s. He'd be definitely ready to do 6-3s, and his training just step up a little bit more.
With a promoter and a management team in place, Mark will continue to train Josh in the South London gym.
This arrangement where you're in his corner, he told me it's not a contract.
Nah, don't need a contract. I've known the kid since he's 15. You know, I've got confidence in him, he has confidence in me. I don't need contracts, nah. I'm not in it for the money, as you well know. He's probably told you that, Josh, but I'm there to help him and hopefully guide him the right way. I mean, Dwayne will be there as well, Shane will be there, a couple of others will be around us. It's all people he knows, and that's what he likes, Josh. He likes people he knows around him. The thing, Josh, you don't want to go back to the corner and not know the face.
For me, Mark's just someone that's been in my corner the whole time. And besides knowing maybe what I can do in the ring, he knows me as a person as well. So that's, for me, it probably goes beyond the boxing with Mark here, which is vital because, but the thing is, within the gym, some people know how to push me.
Others don't, not because they're not a good coach, but maybe their approach and their methods might not work. But for someone to get the best out of me, Mark can do that.
With the amateur, you feel everything is important and you're taking it seriously, but a loss doesn't really matter. In the professional, I know everything's levels, but every fight is your most important fight because you need to be able to get onto that next level. And if you're losing or you have a close fight early in your career, it's like you just become a number. You need to stand out because one loss that can make, just forgetting the promoters, that can make people not interested. Only people just want to be interested in winners. So you lose, when lose too early, that is, then yeah, that could be a long road back up.
Close friends of Joshua Buatsi, Shane and Camilla are ringside at a junior boxing tournament in Hackney. Camilla is a GP and has volunteered as the event medical officer.
So Josh is a good friend of mine. I met him via my husband. He was best man at our wedding. I've known him probably for about 7-8 years now. I've seen him from the beginning, followed him through Rio. And yeah, very, very close, almost like a brother to me. So today, my main role is to check that the boxers are medically fit before they box and to watch the boxing match and ensure that nothing's happening and everyone's safe. Yeah, I do have concern. It's sometimes hard to watch him in a fight and watch him receive a hard blow that you know is a hard blow. But at the same time, I know he's very skilled and those sort of hard knocks he receives minimally, hopefully. But it does carry its risk, absolutely.
The way that Josh boxes, is his style of boxing is not the safest style in terms of long term. He's more of an aggressive fighter. He goes forward, he'll take shots. Where someone like, I don't know, Floyd Mayweather, he's someone that is on the outside, very hard to hit. His career can go on for years.
Neurologists are keen to stress the high risks of boxing in both the amateur and professional ranks.
There's a lot of good to be said about boxing. The main caveat is the issue about boxers' brain health, both in the short and long term.
At 18 years old, Tommy Martin was the youngest ever English light welterweight champion. In a 2016 Commonwealth title fight, Tommy faced a hardened opponent, John Hibbert, in a brutal 12-round contest.
It was like I lost my life there and then. And it got to like the last minute, and that's when he caught me with a little flurry of shots. And I just remember going down with exhaustion more than anything.
The punishment Tommy receives in the fight causes bleeding in his brain. And soon after, the British Boxing Board of Control take action, pulling his license, ending his career at just 22 years old.
He said, Tom, we could never grant you a license again in your life. He said, you've got to bleed on the brain. He said, one more fight and it could be all over for you. He said, life's more than boxing. And I just broke down. It takes everything. It takes your life. It has to be boxing, and if it's not, you can't play it, so there's no point being involved in it.
When considering head injury, one considers the forces involved, and clearly the greater the force, the more chance that the contents of the brain are going to be damaged. Therefore, taking into account factors like glove weight or fist weight probably are significant, but I would suggest less significant than the strength of the boxer, the actual technique of the blow, and whether the boxer is able to ward off the blow and how he receives the blow.
Tommy has now embarked on a career as a boxing trainer.
Boxing done a lot of good things for me. It keeps you on the straight and narrow. It keeps you disciplined, you know. Professionally, I wouldn't turn pro unless you was going to win a British title. Too much hard work has to go into it and sacrifice.
It is a very, very dangerous sport, you know, as are many others. But It's a sport that's been around for a long, long time, and boxers know the risk. When you lace up your gloves and you go out to fight, you know the risks, just like you know the risks when you get in that car and you drive at all kinds of insane miles per hour around bends and through chicanes to try and win, just like you do in boxing.
It's a huge moment when amateurs cross over into the paid ranks, into the professional ranks, because they're crossing codes. They are going to be without head guards. They're going to be having lighter gloves with heavier punches. They're going to be boxing for more rounds than they are in the amateurs. And eventually, of course, perhaps within a couple of years, they're going to be in championship fights, 10, 12 rounds. An hour of boxing between rounds, if you count it all. It's a big, big difference.
It's a risk and reward thing. That's pretty much how I see it. So for the risk that I'm taking, I want to be greatly rewarded. For me, it's boxing all the way. So that's why when I fight, everything depends on it, because there's no way out. Like, this is it. I have to do this thing.
Who is Joshua Buatsi? How do we let the fans feel engrossed by the journey, engrossed by the individual, the story, and that has to be told. And I don't know enough about that yet. You get that by talking and learning about the past and what they've been through. Because I always feel like for a fan to have an emotional association with a sportsman or a fighter, you need to know their story.
Leading up to his professional debut, Josh will release a promo film designed to help create a buzz around him as a brand and build up impetus within the boxing fan base.
You're building their fan base, which gives them a persona, it gives them credibility in Josh's case, and it gives people, it's like investing in a character in a movie. You're actually looking at that character and saying, I can identify with that at some point because maybe I've lived in a council estate, maybe I was born in a different country. Maybe I've had a social disadvantage, as you might put it. But when you see what Josh has done, it makes people go, well, maybe I could do that as well.
There was a particular incident in Croyden. There was like a meet-up of our group. Josh was the main guy. When it's about to be a fight, the people that was with him ran away and he was left by himself. And I think when that incident occurred, it was one of my friends that saved him from, I don't know, possibly death. After that moment, he realized how lucky he was. It was at that point for me that he kind of started changing his life and really finding Christ. There was lots of learning for him. Learning that as much as he wants to follow the route of Christ, there's also that battle in between of still making mistakes whilst on that journey. So that's one thing that I feel that he's found difficult.
So we're out here in Kent. This is a scene with Zach, Josh's cousin, running through the grass. So we follow him with a drone, and it's going to be the opening shot of the promo. I don't know that it's necessarily something that Josh did as a kid, but for the purposes of this, it absolutely is.
Sick. Oh, I thought it was coming towards us for a minute.
2, 1, off we go. Let's go, nice and quick, nice and quick, nice and quick. Jackie, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Oh, good man.
I can't think of a field that I've seen in Ghana like this. I've never seen one. So it's just like it's like where you went to Shrublands. So it's like an area like that, but busier. There are no flats or nothing. The buildings are built totally different.
It's going to be a very difficult week for him, and I can see he's tired, and I think this is the point where he's just going to have to tap into all of that focus, energy and faith just to make sure he gets through it, get the weigh-in done, rest up on Friday night, and then hopefully we'll be all good to go on Saturday.
With the fight only days away, the pressure ramps up for Josh. The promoters of the fight, Matchroom, stage a public workout in a London gym, where Josh will be on display for the first time.
We're here at BXR today in the middle of Paddington for Josh Buatsi's media workout. It's only a light workout, a bit of skipping, a bit of pad work for him. And he'd probably have to do a couple of interviews.
Adding to a rapidly growing list of tasks for Josh is working out the final details of his promotion contract with his management team, AJ Boxing.
He needs to get the best deal possible. We would recommend promoters to go and speak to, and then we'd give our opinions on any deal that they might propose. You want them to reach the absolute pinnacle of the sport, and so you dedicate all your time to ensuring that that happens.
I feel that Mark ultimately is possibly the best trainer for Josh right now. I feel Mark has Josh's best interest at heart. I trust Mark. And all the other people that suddenly found their way in his corner, training with him. Just people that see his potential and, in my opinion, using him.
Boxing's all about character, isn't it? It's just one person versus another. You know, there's nowhere to hide. You learn about yourself and you reveal things about yourself, how you react when the going gets tough. Pure conflict, which is just sort of endlessly fascinating to write about and to watch. There's so many different ways fights can go. There's so many different personalities that are attracted to the sport. Boxing reveals.
Being well known and recognised for me is pressure, but it's good pressure in the sense that that's what's going to drive me to train harder, because I don't want to kind of fall down in front of everyone. Yeah, I have to prepare 100%.
You know, they know they're going to win. They can't possibly lose, or they certainly shouldn't allow themselves to lose. But the pressure's really on. Is they've got to look good. You don't want to just eke it out of 4 rounds, slightly messy points win. They're going to be very keen to get that sort of highlight reel knockout. So I can perfectly understand how you get over-enthusiastic.
Countryside Essex Gym is the venue for a final sparring session for Josh. He'll be in the ring with friend and pro boxer Dwayne, who fights at the same weight and knows Josh's technique inside out.
For me, it's just another rehearsal session, just to try and do what I've been taught and what I've been learning. So that's what it is for me. Sometimes the spars are hard, sometimes they're not. But like right now, I'm just looking to just perfect what I'm being taught in the gym. So I put it into sparring and then hopefully put it into the fight.
Dwayne and Josh will spar 6 rounds to prepare him for the upcoming debut. Sparring is a fine art of boxing with an opponent for learning, conditioning, and sharpening technique.
Today I was just like going for a few drills, not at the greatest pace in terms of like reacting quickly and executing the moves quickly, but I did do like quite a few of it as well. But yeah, it's just another reminder to do things a lot more switched on and a bit quicker. When I get in the ring, then there'll be nerves, there'll be adrenaline, so there'll be something to work off. A lot more exciting, I guess, when it's people and then you've got the gloves on and then it's a show, it's time to fight.
A week of punishing training has been tough on Josh's body. An uncomfortable but welcome cryotherapy session will rapidly increase his recovery.
Okay, so you ready for your next session?
Absolutely, no way.
You're looking forward to this, I can tell.
Just watch your step going up. You okay? Yeah. It's only minus 67, so we've got a little way to go, okay?
Oh, wow.
But you know this, you do this every week, so you're prepared to get this, okay?
it painful?
Yeah, man, everywhere's numb.
It's because the blood rushes away from...
There we go, see what I was telling you?
Yeah, so the blood rushes away from your arms and legs and rushes to your internal organs to protect them. Whilst it's doing that, it reoxygenates the blood, replenishes the nutrients, releases toxins, releases endorphins.
Exactly what I said.
And that magic happens when you step outside after your 3 minute. We're over a minute in, so we've got less than 2 minutes to go.
Basically, for me, it's winter, and I've just come out my front garden in my boxers, and it's just mighty cold. But hopefully this is repairing the muscles.
It is, you're more than halfway through now, so you've got 1 minute 20 to go, and it's minus 132 degrees. So I can feel your pain from there, sorry. So you've got 53 seconds left.
Okay, not bad, not bad. My body's gone numb now, so it should be alright.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
You will feel good in a couple
Tomorrow
of
morning,
minutes.
yeah,
Yes.
tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I feel great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
He is a noble man. There is something in him which shouts warrior. Historically, a lot of boxers who have been in the amateur code, if they've been around a certain coach for a long time, you might add on different people who can finesse different sides of him in the pro ranks, but generally, there is that continuum, that continuity for a lot of the fighters. There might be a limit to what that person can do for them in the pro ranks. But certainly, I think it makes absolute sense to continue with their amateur coach.
My job is to look after them, and I wouldn't want to put them in a ring unless they're 100%. I think it's important to have a good family around him and good friends, people he trusts around. Yeah, I do, I think. As long as the fighter feels comfortable with who he's got around him, the world's his oyster.
The fight is now just days away, and Mark ramps up the intensity with a relentless workout. Josh's timing and speed has to be spot on, and his focus must be razor sharp.
It's not meant to be easy. No. I know it's muggy, mate. I know it's muggy and it's hot, but you've got to get through it, mate. Josh, keep going, mate. Relax. Get off your heels. Come on, mate. Your speed work, remember? You've got to be on your toes. Let's go. Bang, bang, bang. Back in, Josh. Don't wait. Come on, get that laziness out of you. Nicky. Call the 30. Stay. Stay on it. And again. Bang. Time.
Feeling it in ya?
He's ready to go now.
The heat.
He's ready to go now. He's pumping to go. He can't wait, actually.
Both men prepare for battle. Probably might not be the same preparation, but there can only be one winner. And maybe what might give me, not necessarily an edge, but maybe why I might come out on top, I solely believe it's just the favor from God. I do my part, I train hard as you have to. You can't just sit down and say, God, I want to win, but not train hard. So I prepare myself and I get in there, and I just believe that the bit of favor that I have from God helps me to cross the line all the time.
One of the most significant areas I think that faith has played in his sport is that he firmly believes that everything is going to happen the way it is supposed to happen. And the amazing benefit of that, whether he realizes it or not, is that he can go and fight completely free. So many other boxers will succumb to nerves, to fear, to tightness. He doesn't have any of that because he firmly believes he's guided by a higher power.
Josh and his team attend the final press conference where the media interest is rapidly gathering momentum. There's a buzz of high expectation for Josh's performance, and his promoters, Matchroom, have Josh as the penultimate bout on the championship card. A rare privilege for a professional debut.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Saturday night's Championship Boxing, live and exclusive on Sky Sports, sponsored by William Hill. I really feel like there's a new transition now of British boxing with the youth coming through.
And to see so much talent around us on both tables, it's a huge bill on Saturday night, one I'm really, really excited about.
A big stage for you on Saturday night. It's like how we like to do things at the O2 Arena. The start of a very exciting journey, and I know you're particularly excited about getting everything underway on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Everyone on the table here has got one thing against me, and that's experience. Everyone has experience, so I feel blessed and privileged to be amongst all these guys on the table and in front of everyone here. Saturday, I'm looking forward to it. It's not amateur boxing, professional boxing, and when it's all said and done, I haven't performed as a professional yet. So even though there's all this hype, let's wait and see.
It makes me smile watching him grow throughout the sport. So yeah, it's good. Right now I'm sweating, watching everything happening, and I know it's 48 hours and he's going to be boxing, but I know he's going to do the business, he always does.
I can see the excitement, I can see the future potential that he may have, but also the thing that worries me is the pressure that he's putting on him. So it's exciting, but he also knows that he's got to perform.
I'm looking forward to Josh boxing. I know he's ready now, so yeah, I'm relaxed, he's relaxed. The whole team needs to be relaxed, so he stays relaxed.
Standing between Josh and a successful debut will be a Cuban-born boxer, Carlos Mena, a tenacious fighter with a reputation as a hard man to put down. He will certainly be looking to knock Josh out and make a name for himself.
The thing about Buatsi is he has professional instincts already. Because when you watch amateur boxing, mostly it's three-minute rounds. The Olympics is three-minute rounds. And they're almost always points wins. You hardly ever see anybody knocked down, let alone knocked out. But Buatsi in the Olympics, you know, and in other competitions, when he smelt just a sniff of blood, when he felt that his opponent was just slightly hurt, rather than just back off and box and just control the fight or win the fight, which is pretty much what everybody else does, he's straight in there for the kill, wants to finish them and get it done. And that's exactly what they teach you in pro boxing. And for some of them, it takes a little while to pick that up, but not him.
With the formalities over, the mood amongst the whole team relaxes. Josh now begins to shift his focus into the pre-fight rituals that are part of his process of preparation.
Yeah, so everything's been done now. Run through the fight, different approaches, how it will go in the first round, how, if it goes good in the first round, what's gonna look like if it goes bad in the first round. So I'm just, all of that is just running through my head.
Guaranteed your trim's gonna look better than his, mate.
For sure.
For sure.
This means it's time to fight when my beard comes in.
Oh, mate. Mesmerise me. You are done.
No, I'm not done yet.
You
just gonna do a few, yeah.
Why, do you want some lines in the eyebrows?
No.
You sure?
Just had a quick glimpse at the ring, the arena, bigger than usual, but it's good. It's something new, something nice. Had a little bounce. Also had a little lean on the ropes, just to help visualization. So it's something I like to do. Right now it's just going to be back and forth, just going through everything, wrapping my hands, the ring walk, getting in the ring. I've played the first round like 20 million times. Like I'll come out and I'm behind the jab or whatever, or maybe I come out and he throws a big right hand over the top, do you know what I mean? So I've gone through good and bad.
Josh could now step into a new phase of his life that will hopefully propel him forward into a successful professional boxing career. However, he has to win this fight and do it convincingly in style, proving to his management, promoters, fans, and potential sponsors that he has what it takes. Losing now has the potential to derail his career.
Joshua Buatsi. Strong, powerful amateur. Will he be really suited to the pros?
Josh takes the fight to Menya right from the bell. In a clear display of his class and technique, he slips Menya's big right-hand shots and combines uppercuts, strong jabs, and savage body shots to put the tenacious Menya on the canvas for a count in a dominant first round.
Body shot has crippled him in pain.
In the second round, the ref soon steps in to put a stop to what has been an almost perfect victory for Josh. He has displayed a compact, level-headed approach, losing concentration only momentarily during the bout and taking some of Menya's best punches.
He hasn't let the occasion get to him, you know. We've got his mentor here. Anthony Joshua is somebody who, let's just be straight, the whole of the GB squad look up to. They want to emulate what he's done.
He boxed well for his first bout. Nerves kicked in, as they will do, but yeah, he done. The kid was tough. He was tough. He took some mad body shots and uppercuts.
It's just overwhelming pride. Because I say I've seen him since he first stepped in the boxing ring. He kept it classy. He didn't look sloppy at any moment, so it was beautiful.
Before we was walking out, I was just thinking, wow, look at this young boy who just embarked on a journey, just starting in the park, and he just made his first pro debut. And walking down, it was an emotional moment for me, man.
After a successful first step on the long, hard road to the pro ranks, Josh's journey now takes him to Jamaica. Josh is not here for the jerk chicken and golden beaches, however. He has been invited to participate in a pro boxing camp run by the League of Champions and the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
Come on, you guys, come on. What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, I would say my style is old school and new school, because what we're really doing is teaching the new school the old stuff.
Time, keep your hands here. Front lunge. Let's go.
Assisting Lennox is his own trainer for over 20 years, Harold Knight.
With Joshua coming to see Lennox here in Lennox's training camp, what better example to follow the three-time heavyweight champion of the world? Good, yeah, boom, boom, yeah, boom, boom, yeah, boom.
I'm always, I've got so much knowledge in my brain, I don't mind giving it out. And it helped, and I feel good that I'm able to give it out and people are able to use it. You're right, I am in the giving back phase. I think it's important. A lot of people helped me on the way up. A lot of people gave me some good words of advice that I listened to. See that explosion at the boom at the bottom. As far as Joshua's concerned, the fact that he came out to Jamaica, a lot of people wouldn't come out all the way to Jamaica. They don't realize how great Jamaica is for a training spot. And you go like this, you don't want to get that tick-tock, because you have to different timing. Okay. Go. To be a great fighter, you have to learn how to box on the inside and the outside. Yeah. That's my style right there, I love that one. Man don't know if you're coming or you're going. You have to be able to throw all different kinds of punches. Like I said, I've got an arsenal filled with punches I can throw at any given moment. So that makes me a pugilist specialist. Still relaxed, but I'm still menacing. Huh?
I've had a good hour with Lennox. So it's really for me now to make sure I apply the points that he touched on. And now it's different because it's not a trainer that's telling you.
Love to do is this.
But it's a boxer that has demonstrated it, like I said, at the heights that he has. It's not a trainer that hasn't boxed before or a boxer that hasn't got to a good level before. It's someone that got to the heights that he did that's telling you. I feel privileged in the slightest of things.
I want you to pretend you're like Muhammad Ali.
Being here is a privilege.
Let me see you go fast. Yeah, nice and relaxed. Loose. Yeah. I like his focus. he's a thinking boxer. You know, it kind of reminds me of myself. People used to say, oh, you're thinking too much, you're thinking too much. Yeah, sometimes you do get in that thing of thinking too much, but what allows you not to think too much is repetition, something you've already done in the ring. So if you're training and you repeat it all the time, in the ring, you don't have to think about it because this is something that you do naturally without thinking.
He's already achieved something that I want to achieve. He's done it already, so absolutely inspirational.
With a lot to think about, Josh calls it a day. He will join the other boxers in the camp for an early run in the morning. A very early run.
So what, it's 5:20, well, it's gone past 5:20, there's no taxi and there's no boxes.
Their road is really, it's not paved in gold. It's not paved in silver or bronze. They have a hard road in front of them. Amateur experience that they have prepared them for the professional. It's just now that they're fighting older guys, they're fighting grown men, they're fighting experienced guys, they're fighting guys that's going to teach them what not to do. They're coming in to hurt them, but also coming in to try to make a name for themselves.
Lennox wants to see Josh spar with a high-level opponent. He pairs him up with Denton Daly, Canadian champion and Commonwealth champion, who fights at cruiserweight.
Balance. Try and be lighter. You're two staying there. Okay. Remember, easy target to hit is one that stays like this. Yeah. You gotta be more like this. Okay. Push him, push him, push him. Yeah. There's that hook. There's that hook we're practicing. Good. Very good.
Still holding my feet too long.
Yeah. When you receive punches like this and you're this close, bam. Remember that. Remember that one. Okay. Because you're gonna push him to get room to throw your punches. Okay.
Use the jab then.
Get that feet in position. Foot in position. There, you're there.
Beautiful.
Time. Anytime you touch the ropes with the back, you should get off of it. Everybody doesn't like movers. They want to fight. A lot of these guys want to fight right now. You don't need to fight with them. No. Just pepper them and move.
Okay, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
bless.
Thank you, man.
I thought it was good. You know, there's still little things that he needs to work on because, you know, when you're sparring, this is where you work on them. And then, you know, this is the pros, so he has to empty his cup as an amateur, and now he has to begin as a pro.
This inspiring time in Jamaica has given Josh rare access to a wealth of ring craft and insight into the world of pro boxing. He will now return to the UK to prepare for his next fight, and hopefully, his next step up the professional ranks.
The week before I came out here, I went to watch my mate box. And he was just saying that, you know, this is fun, that we should enjoy this. We're all boxers. We're all at our peak. In the sense that we're young, we're hungry, we're fighting. He said we should enjoy this because this might last only for like 10 years. Who knows? Just don't know how long it's gonna be for, so he was saying to just enjoy it.